Welcome to this week's Mountain Bike Talk. Following up from our weekly conversation on Twitter using the hashtag MTBTalk. This week, question number 1 was, what's your favourite upgrade? What's the best thing you've upgraded either on your bike or in terms of your kit? You can only pick one thing. You can't have a whole bike. No. It can only be an item. So yeah. What was yours?
Mine was my relatively new, I've only worn these a few times now, 510 Sleuths. Which I got recently actually in the sale on Chain Reactions. They're last year's model, so they're the 2016 model. But these are by far the best upgrade I've purchased, singular upgrade, to the shoes that I used to ride. I used to wear some Carrymore mixed sports hiking, biking boots, which were brilliant in the really muddy winter times when you were trying to push up up a steep slope or something.
Really good
they were great
walking.
for that.
Yeah.
They were great for walking. I blame my right leg being as battered as it is on those shoes because it was just pedal slip after pedal slip on my right leg, basically, just because they didn't have the same quality of sole as these Sleuths do. And what that is the stealth rubber, which is made by 510, which originally comes from their climbing boots. And the rubber is basically, it's essentially very grippy.
Super tacky.
Really tacky, yeah, that's a good word for it. They stick to flat pedals brilliantly. And since I've started wearing these, I haven't had one pedal slip in three or four rides now. And I'm unbelievably thankful for them. Yeah,
I ride 510s as well. Yeah. They're absolutely amazing. They're super, super grippy. Adidas actually own 510, and they also do some mountain biking shoes. We'll put a link in the description to that. But definitely 510s or Adidas.
You can sometimes find them in sale. Like I said, I got mine in the sale, 45 quid or something like that.
Yeah, and especially last year's model is still the same sole.
Yeah, it's still the same
so
stuff.
It's still as grippy.
Plus it matches my bike, so that's always a good reason to buy
We'll put a few links in the description, check those out. My favourite upgrade it's got to be my dropper post. I love that thing. I was one of those people that thought that when I didn't have one, I thought, what's all the fuss about? What's the hype about? Do I really need one? I never really struggled with riding down things with the post anyway. So when the new bike came with the dropper post, of course I didn't take it off. I had to give it a go. And now I don't think I could get back on my cross-country bike without the dropper.
Probably refuse to get on my old bike.
Seas, we rode with Seas at Brennan. And he said his tubeless setup is so good for his peace of mind. He doesn't have to worry about thorns or anything getting caught in his tubes anymore. The sealant automatically seals that. I run tubeless.
I don't.
But I have had a pinch flat. I run quite low pressures in my tyres, and I've ended up sticking a tube in one of the tyres anyway after a pinch flat. It's a good upgrade. It does make a difference on rolling resistance. It's not my top upgrade, but for Seas it certainly makes a difference.
I worry that I would go tubeless, have something like a pinch flat like Lewis has had, and then just feel like I'd done it for nothing. I've seen lots of people saying that they struggle with burping, and I don't know.
Top tip: put some glitter in your sealants. The glitter is slightly bigger than the sealant is, and that'll sit in the hole, and the sealant will seal around the glitter. Top tip. Top tip. Yeah, bonus tips as well now when I'm Mountain Bike Talk. I love this guy's name on Twitter. Jolly Fat Gates. Jolly Fat Gates says sintered brakes has been his favourite upgrade. He said the stopping power on sintered outweighs anything that he's had before. Simple brake pad change is all he needed.
The last one we're going to look at is from Sarah Hewitt, and she says that skills coaching. Now I know that's not an upgrade to your bike or to your gear, but it's an upgrade to your own progression and your own abilities and your skill set. So I think it's great.
Question number 2, Mountain Bike Talk this week was a dropper or no dropper. Now
we've talked about the dropper.
We've already talked about this, but I have to say 100%. Yes.
And I'd quite happily stick with the RockShox Reverb Stealth.
Yeah.
It's great. I haven't had any problems with it so far.
Touch wood. Some wood.
We're in a forest. Other people have said they like the Fox. I can't remember what's that.
Transfer?
Yeah, Fox Transfer. That's it. Yeah. Some people have said they like that. I would love to try one.
The KS.
They're becoming a lot more affordable.
Let me know.
You can get some cheaper dropper posts.
Brand X now do one around the £100 mark.
The only thing I worry about is whether it fits your bike or not. If you buy it online, it's difficult unless you're really good with measurements or
you get the manual out. It will tell you in the manual the size that you need. Damien Howe.
Apologies if we're butchering anybody's names here, just so you know.
Yeah. Damien Howe said he doesn't want one. It's too expensive for him because his frame takes 27.2mm. And because of that, it's too pricey. Pete Fodden as well, he said he didn't want one. He said he'd bought one, he tried it a couple of times, and he didn't get along with it, so it's going. And he said he's just happy dropping a post a little bit anyway, if he goes off-road. And that's just a happy, natural position for him to have it, where it's sort of a middle ground for pedalling, but drop low enough that you can go down. And I would say, if you're in doubt whether a dropper post is for you, buy a cheap, quick-release seat clamp first, give that a go, and drop the post out the way when you're descending, and if you'd like it, then buy a dropper post. Third question this week for Mountain Bike Talk was, what's your dream upgrade? Money was no object, what would you spend your money on? You said something really interesting, actually.
It was a bit different, because I'm not 100% clued in on what's the best on the best, or where I would upgrade my bike or my gear. I kind of have everything that I want at the moment. So my upgrade would be, I just want a trail dog. Something that I can go out with on a ride and chase after, and it can chase after me, and something to give it that different excitement to the ride.
My dream upgrade, bike related, would be a van. Yeah, it has to be a van. Somewhere that I can put the bikes in, and I can have a little bed,
camping stuff,
and disappear to Scotland and just wild camp in the van. And go and tour all the trails in the country. Loads of people had loads of upgrades. Jolly Fat Git's back again, he just wants some rear suspension. Yeah, it does make a difference. You've ridden the hardtail
my
a lot.
Hardtail, when you first took me out the first few times, we went mountain biking together up at Dolby Forest on my little hardtail, 26-inch wheels,
size medium,
stem like this big,
6'2", tiny little bars.
It was horrible. I wouldn't try half of the stuff I feel confident doing now, such as drops or small doubles or whatever that we've been doing over the past few weeks. Rich
Baker, he said his dream upgrade would have to be a Stanton Bikes titanium switchback Mark II frame.
That's very specific.
It sounds awesome.
We'll put a picture up on this, I think, just so you can see what it looks like. Sacred Dirt, who's on Twitter as well, he says he wants to upgrade his skills, essentially saying what good is a snazzy steed if you ride like a Wazzock. Which is fair enough.
It's fair. We've mentioned that already.
Denny, who he's a regular on MTBTalk
tunes
as well.
It every week, and he's actually got the tag in his bio as well.
Does,
so massive
thanks to Denny. He also says that he would like to improve his skills with which we've touched on earlier.
There's plenty of people out there doing the coaching. One of the big groups at the minute is Alliance. They've just taken on
Alliance
some
MTB.
They've just taken on some ambassadors. And we've ridden with a couple of those guys, and they're fab. They're absolutely brilliant.
Really great,
and they'll be at Mountain Bike Meetup as well, I think. So it's probably worth saying hi to them.
Phil Ewington says he wants a pair of carbon wheels.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about carbon wheels. They're supposed to be a really good upgrade because carbon is obviously really light. And if you upgrade your wheels, there's less rolling resistance. SafeJ wants a decent set of brakes or an 11-speed conversion. I suppose you could go the whole hog and you could have SRAM Eagle, which is a 1x12.
Richard Stokroft, he brought that up and said that he would really like some SRAM Eagle.
Yeah, make the climbs easier. Whilst we're on the topic of upgrades, I suppose it's important to say really that it's not about having the most bling stuff on your bike.
Definitely not.
You can enjoy the trails just as much on your old hardtail.
Yeah, I still would enjoy riding it, definitely. Just getting out is what is important.
Yeah, so that's a roundup of Mountain Bike Talk for this week.
And as usual, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and please subscribe, it really helps. If you want to, you can click on Lewis's face here to watch the last Mountain Bike Talk.
Or you can click on George's face up here to see George Cam whilst we rode around here at Raincliffe.
Thanks very much. Happy shredding. I think we're going to have to get to the trail van, aren't we, Lewis? Ooh.